But let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so this is the same basic game. I did put the score on the screen, so I'll show you that as well. But we've got the same. The player sprite does not change. The player is still doing the same thing. In the enemy sprite, I have a reference to a global variable. I know, shame on me, but this one was a lot easier, and this is just going to be used for this game. So I'm using global score here. And inside that, I am doing a few things. So when the sprite leaves the right-hand side of the screen, you can see here, I'm incrementing the score by 1. And I'm also, if you see here, I have replaced self.speed, or I have these variables. I didn't replace them just yet, but I have a slow speed and a fast speed. So we're going to start out 3 and 7 for the range. So it'll pick a random number between 3 and 7. But every time I get 15 points, the slow one gets incremented by 1. Every time I get 10 points, the fast one gets incremented by 7. So those weren't actually implemented, which explains the lack of change when I was playing this. But if I implement those here, then it's going to pick a random integer between those two values. And now if I do this, they start out slow. And remember, every 10, the top speed goes up, and every 15, the bottom speed goes up by 1. So you can see they are starting to pick up speed now. That's actually more noticeable. Now I could use the score to increase the spawn rate of these things so that there would be more of them as well, although that would probably change the difficulty at a very quick rate. So I'd want to make some adjustments, but you can see now they are moving quite quickly. There we go. Now it's actually working the way I wanted it to. And so I'm using the score as a multiplier here to add to the speed over time. So we've got that, and I'm using global score here. I'm giving myself a little break. I don't necessarily have to do that, but it's way easier here. Like that's a very practical application of global where I need to access that score from everywhere. So I'm doing that, and then I've got a little function here called draw score. And that draw score function basically creates a surface that is the text. Okay, here is the text I'm using. It's an F string. Anti-alias true just smooths out the edges of it, and I'm picking a color. And then I am telling it where to be, upper left corner of that score. Those are tuples. So I'm just blitting it to the screen. So now during the game loop, you can see here after I blit the enemies or all sprites here to the screen, I'm just drawing the score just like that. And that's it. Those are the only real changes to that game, but it sort of gives it a nice little enhancement. So that's where we're at currently. And that is the code that you can download from the website. Exact same code. So